Dr. Kirby Thompson, naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist, owner and operator of Wildflower Wellness. And today, at the end of October, we are having Dr. Kirby's pick. And because it's October, we are going to talk about thermography. Why thermography? Because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, thermography can be used for much more things than breast cancer, but it has been shown to be a great tool at early onset diagnosis and referral to those, people, and doing things that you need to do if you have that diagnosis or are at risk for getting that diagnosis, which a lot of people forget to think about. Remember, it's not just what you do one day, it's what you do every day that determines your health. And those are called, in naturopathic medicine, guess what? The determinants of health. I love the determinants of health, but that's a story for a different day. Today, we're going to talk about Wildflower Wellness's Alpha Site 9000. Now, the Alpha Site 9000 is the next generation thermographic tool in order to check not only temperature of the body, but how well the central nervous system is regulating that body temperature. And also you have to think about how well the central nervous system can regulate the body temperature of certain areas because of pathological processes going on. That being said, let's talk about the Alpha Site 9000. Come on over here, Lauren. Now, Lauren is wonderful. We love her. Thank you, Lauren, for helping us today, our volunteer from the audience. The Alpha Site 9000, as you see here, goes through different regions. And what we do is we use infrared technology and a probe to measure the temperature of certain areas that have a neurological connection to assess different areas of the body. For example, the brain. Sure, we're going to do the glabella, we're going to do these points here. We're also going to do some sinus points to make sure that everything's going okay in that area. We're also going to do different points to make sure that everything is all the temperatures that we're taking are actually going to be usable. If they're not, the Alpha Site will stop us and we'll have to start again. There are also rules. Well, also the neck region, a lot of things going on here. Vasculature, lymphatics, thyroid. Hold on, let's keep going. Region. Now we also here, the chest, if you'll see that, and all of these are related. The back, the kidneys, the abdomen. Now this is a male, right? And so, ooh, look there, female, excuse me. Breasts. So it really takes care of all the regions. One of my favorite points to explain things is a point just below the belly button, which actually is used in order to see if there's any kinds of food sensitivities or intolerances going on, and general dysbiosis, which is a problem in the gut. So, it's not just a test of the temperature one time. What we'll do is we'll take a temperature of Lauren or anyone else at certain points, and not through the clothing. We'll have to go up and make sure we get the skin temperature using, remember, infrared technology. And then what we'll do is we'll have her, we'll put a stress on her. The stress that we use is a cold room. Now, what happens when she gets in a cold room, undressed to her underwear, which we will not be showing on camera, what happens will be that her brain in 2 minutes will be will be causing changes in her body. And what change will be a shunting of the blood internally in certain areas. Now, at the thyroid and the brain, these are different. The temperature should actually warm up. And if you think about it, when you're under stress, you want to run from a bear. Thyroid, you have to have energy to run from the bear. In brain, you have to think about where to go. Right? That's pretty good, right? Now, once we do the temperatures again, what happens is that you will then get a report that shows you what differences there are and what those differences mean. Now, it's not just temperature. So old school thermography, what you're doing is you're just measuring temperature, right? It shows you areas of hot, areas of cold, areas of, you know, hey, it's okay temperature. What we find with the alpha site is that if it's not hot, it's super cold, that means it's super cooled. It's gotten too cold. Well, there's a reason for that. So the alpha site 9000 not only shows you the temperatures, but it also can show you physiological problems based on the differences in temperature and how those points relate all together. My favorite part, of course I like the pictures, right? Are the pictures. This person, who we do have permission to show, if you'll see here, this is a liver block and also a thyroid issue, and there are certain breast complications, if you'll see here. There's a hot spot, and then there are some areas of overcooling. Based on this person actually has some gastrointestinal problems and liver detox issues that could actually cause that hot spot and that inability to move. So what are we doing? Well, based on what this says, not at risk, just some issues that need to be resolved. And so it lets us know the direction to go with both testing, referral, and supplementation. So if you have a question or would like to schedule, please give us a call. Visit us online at www.wildflowerwellnessllc.com and you'll actually see more information about thermography. And remember, we want to thank you for letting us be a part of your better health.